EA Sports and the PGA Tour so proud to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From spectacular Pebble Beach, California, final round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Tell you what, we have seen some tremendous golf this week, outdone only by the incredible beauty that is the coastline of the Monterey Peninsula. As we check the Sunday leaderboard, our leader here on this Sunday is our featured golfer. He's got a sizable advantage here as he looks to increase it further. And that will be in the fairway. So a solid start here on this Sunday. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Nota Begay III.
Driver typically not the textbook play here, but executed to perfection, leaving a short iron for the approach.
And that's all set up by the big tee shot. You put yourself in that good of a position in the fairway just short of the green, and good things are bound to happen.
Okay, a well-played hole there. It is birdie to kick off the round. That's going to move him to, you ready for this, 32 under. Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich. Off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
That one going to be in great shape. So following the birdie at 1, a solid drive here at the second. Definitely within range of getting home in 2. This, his second. that one had to feel good.
Yeah, struck it so well. You could see that by the reaction of that ball when it hit the green. Landed so softly.
Oh, yeah, it is a dream beginning to the round. A birdie at one, now an eagle here at the second. How about 3 under through 2 holes and just getting started?
Well, Frank, here we are at the third. Severe dog leg left, and I'm just curious how much of that dog leg the big hitters might think about chewing off.
Rich, the game has changed so much. If there's a hint of a breeze behind, I mean, really, have a crack at it with a driver. It's about 350 yards, really, to the front edge of the green. But if not, you've got to negotiate those 3 bunkers on the right side. And, well, depending on what club you want to have to head off the tee, decide which one of those bunkers you want to aim at.
Driving's been sensational all week, and here's another one that's going to set up nicely in the fairway. So the great tee shot left him here, now his second from relatively close range. That's a high-quality shot right there. Coming off the eagle, this for birdie. Okay, nicely done. That's in for birdie here at 3. And he's going to move to minus 35 for the tournament. With Stillwater Bay on the right, this is Pebble's picturesque 333-yard par 4 fourth. Tee shot could be anything from long iron to driver, but beware of the 9 bunkers surrounding the fairway and green. Well, that's on a pretty good line so far. Well, they claim it's a reachable par 4. We haven't seen a whole lot of people do it today. We just saw it right there. Well done. Ah, yes, a great putt there following the monster drive, and it's an eagle 2 here at the par 4.
First par 3 of the round, and Frank, I'm reminded of the great history that Jack Nicklaus has here at Pebble Beach, and that goes well beyond what he did as a player.
Well, that's for sure. And we know his playing credentials, but he won the second of his 2 U.S. amateurs here in 1961. Actually said that was the best he ever hit the golf ball, but his legacy really as a designer, you see right here in front of you. I never got to play the old 5th hole, which is further left, but this is an absolute beast. It plays around 190 yards, very narrow green, and that is a cliff on the right, believe me.
All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
Really not a whole lot to this. He's going to get a little help from the slope. Other than that, just slightly to the right.
Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5. And he's going to maintain that substantial lead. Well, now Pebble Beach begins to really open up with some of the most famous holes in the world. We'll begin with a 498-yard par 5/6. Pacific Ocean on the right and a row of bunkers on the left. Treacherous is a word that comes to mind. This one gonna settle into the bunker off the tee. Want to make sure you catch this cleanly. His second to the par 5. Has to be thrilled with that second shot here to the par 5. Frank got everything out of that.
Yeah, did well just to advance the ball so far down the fairway. And now a fairly straightforward third shot.
The speed was right what you want, but the eagle putt doesn't go down. Now this for another birdie. Okay, well done there. It's a birdie here at the 6th. And he'll gain another one and move to 38 under par.
Frank, there are certain spots in sport that kind of steal your breath. Starters Gate at the Kentucky Derby, home plate at Fenway Park, maybe top of the hill if you ski at Kitzbühel, 7th tee at Pebble Beach. Absolutely is one of those special places.
Just over 100 yards, Rich. It's the ultimate, I don't know, piece of cake where that's what it looks like, but then you try and taste it and you want a little more, and then you realize you've just bitten off more than you can chew.
Okay, center of the green. Good shot.
18 feet from the bottom of the cup.
Pretty good read there. Definitely good speed, and it just skips a foot or so by. That one finished off. It'll be a par here at 7. And he'll remain well in control of this tournament. Now to one of the most picturesque par 4s in the world, the 8th hole here at Pebble Beach. Jack Nicklaus, who won the U.S. Open here, called it simply the greatest second shot to a par 4 anywhere in the world. From the fairway, let's go to Noda.
Aggressive off the tee, ball lucky not to run out of fairway and into the ocean, but now sitting in an ideal spot with access to the green.
Well, not super close, but safely on the green.
Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, this one's a little bit downhill overall, with a break from left to right to consider also.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And he's going to move to an incredible 39 under for the tournament.
Frank, as you know, depending on the time of year, you could see gray whales out on Carmel Bay, sea otters feeding on abalone, sea lions sunbathing on the rocks, or you could see none of it because this 9th hole absolutely demands your full attention.
Well, there's a different sort of mammal trying to play this hole. That first bunker on the left side, that shouldn't be in play, but this hole tilts so much from left to right, I think it sort of funnels you towards the sea otters and the whales. Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
From the left side of this fairway, he'll look over his second.
That's a bit of a head turner, really. That was a green light situation from that distance, and far from the best shot I've seen today.
Chance now for another birdie.
Yeah, it's the break that you've really got to consider here. It will come from right to left. You've got to start it on line, and you've got a good chance of getting it close.
Yeah, that's good pace. Just a little offline, but not too bad from that far away. Okay, good putt there for his par here at the 9th. How about the final accounting of this first side? It's a 27, 8 under par.
Start of the inward half and another big and bold par 4, Frank, with the ocean yet again running the entire length of that right side.
Yeah, you call it the ocean, I call it the world's largest water hazard, but look again on the other side of the fairway and you'll see those 3 bunkers. Needless to say, they have to be avoided. But you do actually have to hit your tee shot just inside those because, once again, you've got a fairway that tilts left to right.
That's up the left side.
They've all been going straight up until that one. A little bit of a test coming up.
So he should be able to get a full club on this, but the ball below his feet for his second.
It might have been perhaps a little conservative, but right in the heart of the green.
We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Oh, needed just a little bit of a turn, but that will somehow stay right on the edge. So that's in for par to start this backside. And pars are fine at this point with this tournament well in hand.
Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest, Frank. What do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway fine.
This one working up the right side.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
Ball not sitting too badly here at number 11. This is second shot.
This is why so many players today favour distance. Good tee shot down there, nice and close to the green. Even though it's coming out of the rough, excellent chance for a birdie.
A good opportunity lost there. So that rushed in for par here at 11. And that's going to keep this large lead right where it is. This 12th hole certainly not as famous as some of the other par 3s here at Pebble Beach, like number 7 or 17. But 12's a good one at 202 yards. Ideally, you want to work this right to left, just a baby draw, and try to get it to land softly because the green tends to be really firm. And that one wanders off to the right, so time to see if the wedge can save him. This will test the skill set here. It's his second. Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll be unable to take that score any further under par. He'll stay right where he is.
Frank, the 13th hole doesn't get as much fanfare as some of the more picturesque par 4s here at Pebble Beach. Just curious, what do you think of this 13th hole?
I think it's a good hole, Rich, because it rewards you. You can certainly make 3 here. I remember when Tony Jacklin actually made an eagle here, but it's very easy to mess up, purely because they added those 3 bunkers in on the right side that start at 260 yards and finish at just over 290 yards. What that has done to this hole is actually shrunk the fairway to just 35 yards wide.
This up the right side off the tee.
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Ball above his feet here as he decides how to play his second.
I'm not quite sure that strike, whether they got it all, but ball's just come up a little shy. Outside chance for a birdie.
Now this for another birdie. That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. Okay, safely in for par here at 13. And he'll remain well under par.
Frank, the 14th hole, par 5, it is one of the most difficult par 5s in championship golf, isn't it?
It certainly is, Rich. Not just because of the length of the hole, 570 plus yards, but reachable only really by the longest hitters in the right conditions. But it's the third shot. I've got to rank the third shot as probably the hardest short wedge shot, right up there with the 15th hole at Augusta. Now that was 50-50 off the tee. Rough, fairway. I guess it was more than 50-50.
Maybe they do what Gary Woodland did on his way to winning the 2019 U.S. Open.
Yeah, Gary hit a great 3-wood, but I didn't even think he was trying to hit that on green. Look at that big gaping bunker left and short of that green. You would think that's to be avoided, but no. That's actually where you want to finish up because it's such a hard pitch shot. There's no point laying up. If you get it into that front bunker, it's a relatively simple splash out shot. One of the few times you want to hit your second shot into a greenside bunker.
Chance now for another birdie. Easy does it there. It's a birdie at 14. And it is looking more and more like it's going to be back-to-back wins in this tournament.
Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, that's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of four bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
This one turning left a bit off the tee.
So, is actually human. A fairway miss, that one goes into the rough. I wonder what's going to happen next.
Wow, just a hair off target. And those are the ones that'll drive you crazy. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th. And he'll be unable to take that score any further under par. He'll stay right where he is. We now begin one of the most beautiful stretches of finishing holes all of golf. The march to the sea at Pebble Beach, starting with a 400-yard par 4 16. Key here, carry the island bunker. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay the third.
143 yards left to the hole, pin sitting on the right.
Oh, this could be good.
A little long as we can see and a little to the right, but still makeable if you hit a good one.
This is an 11-foot putt. Oh, yes. Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And stop the presses if you've heard this before. He's well on his way to yet another victory on the year. From Jack at the 1972 U.S. Open to Tom Watson at the same championship 1982. The 182-yard par 3 penultimate hole at Pebble Beach has provided historical drama time after time. That's going to be on the putting surface, and the birdie looks straight ahead. That one just going to sneak on by. No problem there. That's a par here at 17. And he'll remain well under par.
Frank, you don't need to say a whole lot. AT&T, Pebble Beach.
It's such a beautiful finishing hole, Rich. Two of my favorites really are this hole here, just looking at that tee shot, and the 18th at St. Andrews because of exactly where you are. But, you know, this hole, when you look at the water there, Stillwater Cove, it's so beautifully framed by the bunkers. And then when you start to look at the tee shot, you start to notice what the designer's done, just leaving the tree there in the middle of the fairway. So the decision is, do I play short, left, or right? And it's not the only tree on the hole, too, because that upcoming second shot, you have another tree short right to contend with. But if there's ever a hole you want a birdie to finish, this is the one.
Yes, step one out of the way. It is in the fairway at 18. One more good approach shot could just about seal it. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. It is a pleasant walk under any circumstances, but how good is it when you've knocked on into the 18th at Pebble Beach?
It's a lot better than picking one out of the Pacific Ocean, Rich. That was just a great shot. And finally, you can exhale. The job is nearly finished.
That is a disappointment inside of 10 feet to not be able to get that one down. That should just about wrap this one up. It's a birdie at 18, and I think go ahead and celebrate because that lead now is close to insurmountable. Alongside Frank Nobilo, I'm Rich Lerner for EA Sports. Thanks for joining us. Goodbye for now.